we're going to do a few things today. We're going to do some fertilization. I'm going to show you how what I use to fertilize the garden here. Water fertilizer, and there's a mix kelp mix that I use. Also, we're going to be using some garden tone, and we'll be sprinkling that after I'm done watering with the solution. We're also going to be doing a tomato harvest, and then we've got a few other items we can pick throughout the garden here. As you can see, the tomatoes are doing very well, and my potatoes are actually coming in. If you want to come take a look real quick. These potatoes are planted about 2.5 weeks ago, and they're looking good. So with potatoes, you got to make sure that you don't water excessively, otherwise you can ruin the potatoes underneath. They'll start to rot on you. So you're going to keep the soil moist. As long as the soil is moist and not completely dry, you should be good. Don't overwater them. We've had a few rainy days, and I haven't had to water in quite a while, so I'm gonna let them go for now. But they're doing well. So we'll start with the water fertilizer. I'll show you what I've done here. Now, this is a 2-gallon watering can, and I usually put about 3 caps of the pure kelp plant food solution, and just mix it in there. 2-gallon watering can, and we're going to do, this is the rest that I'm going to use today for the rest of the garden. So we're going to do the pepper plants. I usually just get the roots here. Get all the way around. You want to get them all. Now you can even do the plants as well. You can even do the plant leaves, but I don't do that too often. And you want to just go all around the plants here. Let me get the back end here. Now I'm going to do all my pepper plants this way. This is probably the third application of this fertilizer here that I'm doing. And this is a 5-gallon bucket I've mixed the solution into. And it may be a little watered down, but that should be okay to get the rest of them. So we'll do the left 2 here in the back, and I'll show you the other one. Try and get all around it, not just the plant itself, because you got the runner roots that are going to be sucking this up quicker than the deeper roots underground. So try and get all around the plant, not just where the stem is sticking out, because they will pick it up a lot faster that way. All right. Well, now we're going to be doing, now that that's done, I'm going to put in the dry fertilizer, and I use that vegetable tone. Let me show you how that is right there. Here's the vegetable tone, that slow release, and I just sprinkle that around the plant, each plant, and that should take care of it for the rest of the season. So let's do that. You just want to sprinkle a little bit around every plant here. Take this. Okay, we'll do this side here and get around the plants. Yeah. Try not to get the fertilizer on the leaves, because they will burn the leaves. So if you see any that have gotten on the leaves, just shake them out, make sure they're okay. And that should take care of it for a while. It should be the rest of the season with that, with a slow release into the soil. Give it nitrogen, phosphorus. I'm trying to give the plants a little more phosphorus because, you know, the fruit production, it helps with just producing the fruit a little better. So the bone meal and the kelp also helps with that. I'll be probably adding bone meal as well eventually. So we're going to try and see if we can pick some tomatoes. We've got a lot that are ready. So let me show you what we got. Now some of these I'm going to pick a little ripe. They're not going to be completely ripened yet, but since we have a little bit of a pest problem, you know, this is about the time of season that you'll get all these stink bugs that are going to be just waiting for them to ripen up to, you know, to chew on. So I'm going to pick them when they're just rightening up a little bit. They'll do on the shelf really good. In a few days they should be ready to go. Some are already ripe, some aren't. Another one here. Nice good sized one. So see how many we can get out of here. This is cracked a little bit, but it's still really good. Still turning pink. We have one more here around the corner. This one here. A nice one. So let's go to the other tomato plant and see how many we have there to pick. Alright, so this one here, they've gotten a lot more sun than the others have, so they've ripened up pretty good. And I've got the ones that I've bagged, some already removed, but we'll show you how these are looking. So that's another one there. This one's ready to go. That's another nice one there. Starting to crack a little bit. Should be fine. That's a nice one. This one wasn't covered, and it got a little chewed on it, but I think you can still eat that. So it's got a little something chewed on it there. That's all right. These are the bagged ones. See how the bugs are? That's what you want to. These little guys are the ones that try to get in there and bite. So it helps. It helps a lot when you put these little baggies on there. Come out with less blemishes. A little bit of dry sun scald there. Let's try and see what this one looks like. That's a nice one. Let's see this one here. Nice one there too. This one here. No, that won't ripen up. It won't take too long to ripen up. All right. Now let's see. I got some peppers. I think I just saw we can pick as well. So we'll come around here. Pepper here we can pick. This one's a pretty good size. Nice handful size. This one hasn't quite. I mean, I could pick it if I needed it, but I'm gonna wait for it to get a little bigger. I might pick it later on. I don't know. Don't really need it right now. And jalapenos are coming in again. I'm gonna let them get a little bigger. These are almost ready to pick right there. If you see these, and they're coming in pretty good. I'm gonna have a lot this time around. I think I had a handful last time. So we'll go around this way and pick the other pepper. And this one here got a little bit of sun scald. So I'm gonna pick it before it starts to. So it didn't grow to full size, but it will do. And we have, let's see, we have another one here that's not quite ready yet. We'll wait on that one. I'm gonna wait on this one here too. Not quite big enough. So this is the harvest of tomatoes, and we've got a couple of peppers, a couple of pepper plants. We also have some cucumbers coming in as well. But they're not quite, well, this one may be ready to pick right here. This one right here might be ready to pick, but I can probably wait a little bit longer on this one here. We got tomatoes on that other plant we can pick as well. The one that with the sickly plant that I have, it's still hanging on. Well, let me see if we can pick. I'll also pick this one too, but this one looks kind of, there was some bugs got in the bag, or a little bit of sun scald, but this plant was not really doing well from the beginning. I think something got in the bag and must have done something there. But I'm thinking about pulling this one out soon. Not growing well. And I've already planted one tomato plant in there to replace it, and it's already putting out flowers here. So I'll probably pull this out and put the trellis on top of that and let it see how far we can get. See if we can get any tomatoes out of it this season, the rest of the season. So I'm hoping this one makes it pretty good throughout, for the rest of the season. And zucchinis, we've been having a little bit of issues with fertilization as usual. I haven't really been tending to them too much. So we've had maybe about 5 or 6 cucumbers out of here. We would have had a lot more, but they weren't fertilizing. So we're gonna see what we're gonna try and work it out to see if I can maybe cut away the dead ones and maybe replant. But see, we got fruit. This one didn't get fertilized. Well, this needs to be fertilized here, and it's just not growing fully there. And I think that's all the harvest that I can see that we can pick today. But the garden's doing very well. Waiting for jalapenos. In 2 weeks I should have a lot of jalapenos and peppers to pick. We got a lot coming in. It's just not quite ready yet. I'm still waiting on these. These are getting bigger now. These are the Cubano. They're like long green red peppers. And I'm going to wait for them to grow a little more. So that's our harvest today. That's our harvest today. It's not a bad one. Got plenty of tomatoes, and there'll be more next week that we'll probably be picking. I'm gonna try and let the other ones ripen on the. I'm gonna bag the other ones, try to ripen on the plant. But I'm not gonna wait for too long for these. But thank you for joining us. We'll see you again. I'll do another garden update, and take care and stay safe.